Welcome, my dear students. Welcome back, everyone. Welcome back, my dear students. This is your teacher, Dr. Osama Kashfa. And today, this is a new lecture in the meeting and the rules of meeting and the procedures of the meeting. Shall need your attention, please, for the next moments so that we can have a good work. And actually, we will start right now with the rules of meeting. What do we mean by the rules of meeting? What is the meaning of the rules of meeting? Well, the rules of meeting, the main function of any of these meetings may be summarized as providing for a dialogue between the members. Sometimes when we have a problems between the members, there is kind of issue is not clear or whatever. So in that case, we need to make it clear for everyone if there is an issue, if there is a problem. So everyone will know what to do about that. If something is not clear at work, then comes the rule of the manager here to solve this problem and to do the meetings for solving this problem. Generating ideas of solution problems, monitoring. This is the third thing, monitoring. Okay, monitoring and evaluating performance or progress and making policy and other decisions. So these are the topics which are very important when we come to know to do a meeting. Reasons for doing a meeting. Again, I would say providing a dialogue between members, allowing the exchange of information, views, of opinions, generating ideas or solutions to problems, monitoring and evaluating performance or progress, and making policy and other decisions. Those are the main points which we do the meeting for. The primary reason for the meeting, like you see here, is to share or brainstorm information. Sometimes we need to know more information about something, about an issue or whatever. Sometimes we need to have a clarification about something is going on. So in that case, we need the information. Or to develop action steps towards accomplishment a goal. This is also another point. So here we go again. The reasons for meeting is to share the brainstorm information and or to develop action steps towards accomplishing a goal. We'll move on back to the next slide. The types of meeting. What do we have on the meetings? Like, what are the meetings, but the types of meetings which we have here? We have executive briefing meeting, informational to give information, meeting with the stakeholders. And I said before, the word stakeholders means what? Stakeholders means those who have benefits in dealing with the organization, in dealing with the company, those who has benefits in dealing with our own company. That's the meaning of stakeholders. We'll go after this into the next slide. There is tough meeting, like as example, the meetings in the college here when we meet for just solving a problem or talking about solution for one problem or whatever. Team building, just we make also meetings to make configure teams or make teams from different people, because you know the teams is for a purpose. Once the purpose is done, then the team is done. So we have to do new teams or whatever. Informal, like it's giving information, like we said before. Are there rules for the effective meeting? Yes, we have rules for the effective meeting. Speaker credibility. Make an agenda, because one of the arrangements, the most important arrangements for the meeting is that there must be agenda. Agenda means what we are going to talk about. What are the main core ideas of this meeting and what is it about? And stick to it. Send it out before the meeting if possible. So if you can do that before the meeting, that will be fine. Be clear about the reasons for and goals of the meeting. What are the goals of this meeting? And we said before, we have many goals, like our types of, based on the type of meeting, like it's informational, meeting with stakeholders, stop meeting, team building, informal. All these are types of meeting. Be clear about the reasons for and goals of the meeting. Have a facilitator. Ask someone at the meeting to stop into this rule. The audience consideration. So we talk about the speaker. Now we will talk from the side of the audience. What should be there from the audience side? Do add humor, allow for laughter, have fun. So don't make it very strict and don't make it very stiff like and rigid and the people are not happy to be there in this meeting or whatever. No, be very easygoing and let the people be humble, down to earth, and let the people talk and that whatever, but you still control the meeting. Makes for much more productive meeting. So let it be productive. Do allow for conflict, but deal with it immediately. So don't leave the conflict to go away and to increase, and the members will start shouting and yelling at each other, and everyone is having an idea. He won't just persist to execute his ideas. No, in that case, you should try to hold on. And if you find that the meeting, sometimes it's a nature in the people when they talk, they go out of the topic and they talk about many things. Like we start to talk about something, and a point take us to a point, to a point take us to a point, to another point, to another point, to a further point, till we confuse or disperse it from the points which we started with. So we'll not be focused on the point which we started with. In that case, please, when you do a meeting and you are the boss or the manager or the chairman of this meeting, so try to be always on the point, to the point, not to go away and not to allow the members to disperse and get away from the main topic idea. Keep focused on the main topic ideas of the meeting. The organization of meeting don't just happen, they have to be organized. This can be considered in 3 stages. The stage 1, before the meeting, the planning of what will happen, what we are going to do in this meeting, at the meeting, the conduct of business during the course of the meeting itself. After the meeting, wrapping up the proceeding by producing the records of the meeting and following up the issues discussed at the decision meeting. And we will handle now each point of those before the meeting, during the meeting, and after the meeting. But mostly, each one of them is summing up steps, many steps. We'll see now these steps when we work on the next slides. So there are rules before the meeting, there are rules during the meeting, and there are rules at the end of the meeting. So let us start with before the meeting. What will happen before the meeting? Before the meeting, we determine if the meeting is really necessary, and we prepare the agenda. The agenda means what you will do during the meeting here, what you will be able to do during this meeting. So what you will do there. Effective meeting. We said these points. Like we said, yeah, we have to be preparing well for the most important thing is the agenda. The agenda is very important here because we start the meeting with the agenda. Agenda means the list to do, what we will do in this meeting. So agenda is the list to do, what we will do in the meeting here. Maybe this is objection or objected slide, but it's very important because I put it here, I deliberately put it here to show you guys what are the drawbacks of any meeting. If there is poor preparation, you didn't prepare for the agenda, ignore the agenda. Agenda, like we said before, is what you will do during the meeting. Poor time management. So you don't know how to run the time, to manage the time. The people are talking, but they are not getting solutions and wasting the time. And time goes by and they are not doing anything. Lack of participation. The people who are participating are few of them, only two or three are in action, and the others are sleeping or talking or not focusing or not comprehending what's going on. Strong personalities. Some in the meeting, this really happened in the real life situations. Some of the members, the meeting team, they try to enforce and impulse their ideas upon the others. Lack of leadership. When the leader of the meeting is not very experienced in how to lead this meeting and how to run the time effectively, this is, we call it lack of leadership. Lack of humor and fun. If it is like not interesting, then what are you expecting? The meeting must be interesting as well. Humor and fun is a part of the interesting. No poor closing, or there's no closing for the meeting, and we will see now the considerations in closing the meeting is very important. So if you didn't pay attention to this point, that might be also another drawback. So follow the rules which I will say now about the before the meeting, during the meeting, at the end of the meeting. Before we go to these points before the meeting and and during the meeting and after the meeting, I have here to go for questions from the first part here, and we'll go to say we'll take some questions right now and answer them in order here right now. And here our first question today is define the meeting. Define the meeting. This is our first question today. We talk in this point, still the moment we talk about 2 points. The first point is define the meeting. And the second point we talk about is, yeah, so here up first, define the meeting. Here we go. That's fine, no problems, okay. Define the meeting, this is the first question. And second question, what are the types of meeting? What are the types of meeting? You can also search Google for more answers regarding these questions. What are the types of the meetings? What are the types of the meetings? We said informal, to solve a problem, to diagnose a situation, to build a team. All these are the types of the meetings. Define the meeting. And the types of the meeting also, we have formal meeting and informal meeting. But usually the time of the management should be focused on the formal meetings and to ignore as much as we can the informal meetings, because informal meetings will be wasting time and it's handling points which is not affecting the work directly. Those are the two questions now which I want you to answer, and I'm here for around 5 minutes to get answers for these questions. So thank you so much before we move forward to the second part of this lecture. Thank you. So our first question, define the meeting. Here we go, define the meeting. And the second question, what are the types of meetings? The types of meetings. Thank you. So just a quick reminder, my dears, just a quick reminder. We have been talking here today about what's the meaning of the meeting. We talk about the types of meetings, and those are the main topic ideas which we talk about. Just quickly, I will repeat back all what I'm talking about. Here we go. The role of the meeting, we'll talk about the role of the meeting, and we say the main functions of it to provide a dialogue between the members, to generate ideas, and to monitor and evaluate the performance, and to make policies and other decisions. We said the primary reason for the meeting is to share or brainstorm the information, to develop an ideas, or to get a new step, or to move forward, or to solve a problem. Types of meeting, we have executive briefing, and this was one of the questions. Executive briefing, informational meeting with the stakeholders, staff meeting, team building, and informal meeting. Those are the types. We also said that we have also two types that are the formal meeting, the formal and the informal meeting as well. So we have those two types. Yeah. Then we talk about the effective meeting, and we said the credibility, the meaning of the credibility. We said the meaning of the credibility. This from the boss side, or from the team, the meeting boss, or the meeting chairman. So we said make an agenda. Starting with the agenda is very important to have an agenda. Without the agenda, you won't be able to get the work done properly. And be clear about the reasons why you are doing this meeting. Have a facilitators. Ask someone at the meeting to step into the role. From the audience side, we said we have two things. From the audience side, we said we have a very important point. That is, do add humor, allow for laughter, like I said, because it would be silly if it goes directly without having any kind of fun. Preparation for the meeting, we have to prepare. The most important thing is for the preparation is the agenda. Agenda is very important. The agenda of the meeting is very, very important. It is a list of what to do. The agenda is a list of what to do. We said the effective meeting again, and we talk about the drawbacks of any meeting. If we have a drawbacks is like the poor preparation, ignored agenda, poor time management, lack of participation, strong personality, that some people are trying always to impulse their ideas on the others. They don't allow the others to talk, and they want to force their own ideas to be done. And this is also not a very nice point. It's not a good point. It's not a good point particularly. And lack of humor and fun, and no poor closing. The chairman of the meeting did not have a good closing to this kind of meeting. We went to take these two questions, define the meeting, and what are the types of meeting, define the meeting, and what are the types of meeting. Shall leave you now. I'll see you back on the second lecture. Thank you so much on the next part. Thank you. Have a very wonderful day. Bye-bye.